Hey Aquarius, Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, and those cross-watching. In today's reading, we'll take a look and see what the cards predict for you for the upcoming week. It is going to be a general reading, guys. Please keep that in mind. If you're after a personal one, feel free to reach out and inquire. My email address is going to be listed below the video. Alright, Aqua, something's on your mind. Something or someone is on your mind. Oh wow, okay. Bottom of the deck, you've got the Two of Wands. Okay, the thing is, I feel like the universe has removed someone from your life, okay? So, a romantic relationship, a connection, perhaps even a friendship, something here has ended, okay? You may have felt as though it ended prematurely. It may have ended very abruptly, very quickly. Maybe this person ghosted you. Maybe, you know, they've pulled away. They've distanced themselves physically or emotionally. But something here has ended. And I feel like deep down inside, you didn't necessarily want it to end, okay? You didn't want it to end. You felt like the both of you didn't really get an opportunity to get to know each other. You felt like you guys, you know, by ending things the way in which you did, you just felt like you kind of robbed yourselves of the opportunity to get to know each other. You know, with the Tower card here, there may have been this huge Tower moment that happened between you and this person that kind of, you know, really blew things out the water. It kind of really put the both of you in an awkward, uncomfortable position or situation in which you guys didn't speak to one another. You know, it may have been a very just not a very civil kind of ending. Maybe you guys weren't on, you know, talking terms. Whatever happened, he just felt really chaotic. They may have had some sort of Tower moment that was going on with this person, causing them to cut ties with you and end things with you. They felt guilty about it here, okay? And they may still feel guilty about it to this day, ghosting you or just ending things abruptly and prematurely. And even though at that time they thought it would have been the right thing to do, this person may still, you know, have a lot of regrets over it. So the universe here has removed someone from your life, and it may have done so for quite a lengthy period for some of you. But now it feels like the universe is ready to bring this person back. Okay, now the Tower card is all about divine intervention. So what, you know, for whatever reason the relationship ended, there was a purpose to it. Okay, now it may have been hard to exactly understand why it ended the way it ended or why it had to end at all, but there's, you know, there's always a reason behind things, okay? And I know, as cliche as it sounds, things do happen for a reason. It may have something to do with the fact that, you know, the both of you weren't ready for a relationship, or one of you wasn't ready for a relationship. You know, one of you wasn't ready for commitment, wasn't ready to settle down and to open up and be vulnerable. Maybe, you know, the relationship required a lot of their time and their attention, which they weren't ready or, you know, weren't available for. There, you know, there was a reason. This is why the divine had to step in. Maybe this person needed to take some time, or the both of you needed to take some time to build a better relationship with yourself and, you know, grow and heal some emotional wounds. So whatever that has come apart, I think that some of you have never really gotten over this person, or you've never really gotten over the relationship. And now I see that with the Six of Cups, there is someone here who's coming back. Someone from the past is coming back with what feels like a very sincere and genuine energy, okay? So they're not just coming back purely because, you know, it's convenient or it's on their terms. They're coming back because they're being called to you. They're being drawn to you, okay? It feels like maybe quite some time has passed, or enough time has passed for this person to understand, you know, where they went wrong, or understand why things didn't necessarily work out the first time, or the mistakes that they made. So this person is coming back maybe a little bit older, maybe a little bit more wiser, maybe a little bit more mature. But I see that with the Six of Cups, they're being it feels like they're being really called to you. They're being really drawn to you. So you might potentially, you know, receive a text message or a phone call, or even like a DM from this person, and it feels very out of the blue, or it will feel out of the blue. But the thing is, I think that you've this person has been nostalgic about you for quite some time now, and I think you kind of been nostalgic about this person as well. And I think like the both of you, see, I feel like there's this emotional thread that still connects the both of you together despite whatever happening between the both of you. And I think that even though you guys have been apart, you guys have still been on each other's mind a lot. You guys have still been thinking about things and, you know, what could have been and what if, and maybe they feel like you were the one that got away, and maybe they feel like you were the one they could have had, or you feel this way. It just feels like there was always a little something there. Okay, and even though things ended, they didn't really end, if that makes sense. So this person kind of, if they ghosted you, I feel like that was kind of strategic, because them ghosting you means that they didn't necessarily slam the door shut on this relationship. So they left it slightly ajar for them to go back and revisit things. So they always had these, deep down inside, they had the intention of going back to you, or, you know, messaging you and wanting to catch up with you, or wanting to maybe revisit things with you. So they've always had the intention to get back in touch with you, and now it feels like the universe is, you know, bringing this person back. It feels like someone here is coming back. They're ready to come back, and it feels like, from what I'm seeing, the Four of Wands energy, this is well received. I feel like you're happy to hear from them. You'll be happy to see them. You'll be happy to reconnect and touch base and see where things are at. I'm also seeing that they're coming back in a more genuine energy. So there's a bit more clarity behind them. So if they were a little bit emotionally confused about you, or about the situation, or about what they wanted, now it feels like they've got their mind made up. Now it feels like they're a little bit more certain. They've got more clarity. They're a lot more decisive. I'm also seeing that this person potentially is coming back, and they're being a little bit more, a lot more communicative. So they're talking more. They're more open as well, a little bit more truthful, okay? Where they may have provided you with some mistruths before, it just feels like right now they're more honestly. Okay, so they may potentially also say something that will shock you. Okay, they may potentially drop some sort of bombshell on you. They may tell you, I don't know, something that I feel like is going to really shock you. Not necessarily in a negative way, although it could really take you aback, but it could just shock you. Like they could confess that they've always, you know, loved you, or they always had feelings for you, and maybe you won't see that coming. So it just feels like they say something that is like dropping some sort of bombshell on you, or saying something that will really like shock you or surprise you, or just really take you aback. I feel like there's this spark or this chemistry between the two of you that hasn't necessarily dissolved. Okay, so yes, I'm seeing that this person has had other people around them. Okay, maybe this is someone who is you know, has wanted to keep their options open, or they were talking to different people whilst they were talking to you. But now it just feels like, again, that emotional confusion, that uncertainty that they've had, I think they're coming back with, you know, uncertainty. Now they're coming back with certainty. Confused, now decisive. So they had some choices, and I think now they're choosing you. It feels like they've been planning. Okay, so there's something that it feels like, yeah, they've been planning their return, or they've always had the intention to come back. They always had the intention to get back in contact with you. And right now, this person is planning, in their mind, it just feels like if you already communicated with this person, then they're very excited to see you next. And it feels like they're planning to make, you know, this very special, the reunion very special, very, very profound. So they've been planning, trying to execute their plans, trying to impress you, trying to make sure that everything runs smoothly, or this person is planning to get back in touch with you. They could be like writing and deleting their messages to you, trying to think of the right thing to say, the perfect thing to say, and this person is coming back with enthusiasm, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy for this connection. So, you know, now they have that energy, they have that availability. They're very charming, very adventurous, very spontaneous, and I see that this is the connection that is going to be very exciting, very thrilling, very, you know, fun-filled. Someone who I feel like is, yeah, they're quite an adventurer. And I think that them coming back is going to be, you know, an adventure in itself. Alright, and these are your messages, guys. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Please show your support if you haven't already by liking, sharing, or subscribing to the channel. Bye!